If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what are some negotiation strategies that could be used against you that can induce a sales slump that are unethical? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live from Haleiwa, Oahu, on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you for HVAC technicians, sales seekers. You're going to love this today. You are going to love this today. All right, I have to talk to you about truths of how people have beliefs. And everybody has a different belief when it comes to just about anything and everything. And then you have pools of people who have similar beliefs, and then you have smaller pools that have dissimilar beliefs. And there is a small pool of people out there that have this belief that you are a salesperson and that it's completely acceptable to make commitments, make agreements, and then lie, cheat, and essentially steal because you're an evil salesperson. You're an evil salesperson, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm giving you a representation. And please understand, this is a factual part about business. It's not a complaint. It's not meant to get people to get like, oh my goodness, Scott's so negative. No. It's like me saying, I'm on the North Shore of Oahu and it's sunny today. Or it's a little bit breezy here. Like, let me flip my lot of the beach, right? And right there's a palm tree. Hey, there's a palm. Some of the people that you meet with, a small section of them are like this, where they'll say that salespeople are liars, cheats, and frauds. So by essence, I can justify my lying and cheating fraud to them. And the thing is, when it comes to this, you as a salesperson can get frustrated. You as a salesperson can get jaded. You as a salesperson can get angry. Or you can do what I recommend and realize that if you do 200 deals in a year, you're going to deal with this jackhole probably 6 to 7 times. And then you just realize, okay, that's what it is. So a couple of characteristics about this person. They tend to ask a lot of questions. They tend to grind on you at the end of the sales presentation, and it's all about the price. It's all about everything that's going to get done in the deal. So we've got the deal right here, right? We've done the deal. The person's been very difficult to deal with. They think that that's their role and responsibility. We're talking about this section after the deal is essentially done. The deal is done. Well, for some people, that's when the negotiation begins. For some people, that's when they're like, okay, I've got you over a barrel because here's all the things that we have done. Now, this can depend upon state to state and the time frame from when the agreement is signed from fulfillment. Okay, so some states have a 3 to 5 day cooling off period like California does if you do an in-home sale. Not all states are like that, but a lot of them have it. Okay, so there's people who will go, okay, I've got this much time to pull some shenanigans and justify it by saying, I'm just trying to get the best deal for me and my family. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody trying to get the best deal for them and their family. But when you sign an agreement and you've made a commitment, you've essentially said, I'm good. I'm going to move forward, right? Everybody's got the right to veto. But if the negotiation strategy is knowing that you're going to get to this point and then you're going to renegotiate, that's retrading. That's no bueno, right? And you're like, Scott, what the heck does this have to do with the sales slump? And why me? Well, I would love to get to that. But before we go there, you should absolutely join my email publication. Go to this URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. You will freaking love it. And occasionally I try to sell you stuff so I can make trips to Hawaii, buy Aloha shirts, or medium rare ribeye steaks. I do stupid other things too, but we're not going to talk about that. So the reason that this can induce a sales slump is, and this buyer specifically, is because you put in time, energy, effort, money, risk, reputation, right? There's the 5 elements of rejection, but there are also the 5 elements of regret. And like in your mind, you're like, I could have spent time. I should have seen the signs. I should have known the warnings. Here's the thing. You may not ever see the signs and the warnings of this dude or this chick. It's typically a dude, by the way. You're probably not going to see, not never. You're probably not going to see the signs for this dude or this chick. And what's going to happen is you're going to be like, look how much time, energy, and effort I spent on this deal. And now they want to cancel. Okay. And then, so instead of focusing on the deal that you have today, the focus of the deal that you have that you're heading into, you're caught up in the drama on somebody who should have never done business with you anyway. Is it frustrating? You're freaking absolutely right it is. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but here's the thing. You should celebrate that that person didn't do business with you. You should celebrate that that person is not going to be in your life. Now, in my belief, if I've got a deal and I've worked for a deal, it's my role and responsibility to try to save it, okay? And so you're like, hey, Scott, I thought you said unethical. Oh, yeah, hold on. This is coming. So this guy or this girl right here, the common game is this. They go with you, they sign with you, and then mysteriously they've got another proposal, they've got another RFP, they've got another bid, and it's always for less. And this is the story. Hey, sales dude, you know, after we talked and I signed your agreement, I felt guilty and I went and I talked to just one more person. I just went and talked to one more person. And, you know, they came in less. They came in significantly less. You know, you're at 20 grand and they're at 15. I really want to go with you, but I feel like I'm being charged extra, and I feel like, you know, just for the sake of getting this deal done, that you should work with me and fix this, right? You should, like, I know that I signed the agreement. I know that I did these things, but I really want what you have to offer at this price. Now, you have some decisions to make. I'm going to give you a couple of examples about how I would deal with this, and realize that in my mind, I'm going to do everything I can to keep this deal. I'm going to do everything I can to work on this deal. I'm going to do everything I can to keep moving forward. But what I'm not going to do is let it hit me into a sales slump. Okay. At this point, when somebody does this call and has done this call to me, right? I'm like, okay, here's what I need to know. This is a high danger situation on my end only. If I choose to let this take me down the path of a sales slump. So I'm calling it audible. I'm talking to myself out loud, and I go, look, I will work with Mr. Smith or Mrs. Smith, but I will not let it put me into a sales slump, right? I will not allow for this to put me into a sales slump. I'm having a good day. There's a lot of amazing things going on in my life. I'm literally saying these things out loud. I have all these amazing things going on. If this person doesn't work with me and get this figured out, I'm all pow. I'm Hawaiian for all done. I'm all pow. I'm peace out, Girl Scout. I'm done. Okay. So this is typically almost every freaking time that when I was in sales dealing with this or on a management team, this was the conversation. Hey, Scott, you know, after you left here, I felt like I had to get one more bid. And, you know, I was doing the right thing for my family. It's my job to make sure that I'm saving the most for my company or for my family. And here's the thing. I really want to go with you, but I can't justify the gap of, you know, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. Okay. So that's the setup. That's what it's going to sound like to you. And you probably went through this month. Okay. And what you need to do is you need to make some decisions. Do you want this deal or do you not want this deal? And what are you willing to do? So for me, I like closing deals. I don't like people who like to retrade. So my answer was like, I don't even know if I can. I mean, we made an agreement. Now, hands down, 100%, I'm in a guilt trip. I am going to do everything possible to point out, like, you're retrading. I will flat out say, hey, do you know what retrading is? No. It's probably one of the worst things that you can do in a deal. That's where you go back and you renegotiate after the deal is done, right? It's a sign from the freaking business gods that there's probably going to be a problem, right? You're asking me to renegotiate a deal that's already signed and already done. You know, yeah, I know. I got it. You would do the same thing. And my answer is like, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. And I'm actually borderline ready to just walk from this deal because I don't do this. This isn't how I operate. Because where else are you going to do this in this deal? Okay, that's one way to deal with it. Okay, calm down a little bit. I'm a little bit aggressive. Number two is people are going to be like, I can't do that, but I could split the difference. Number three is grind back on the price. Number four is just freaking walk away. Hey, listen, I don't do business this way. Peace out. Go enjoy that dude. Right? It's a test. It's a test to see like how strong your price is. The reason why this is unethical is because the person has made a commitment right here and then they're playing games to see if they really got a good deal and they've got some resentment that they should have asked for more. And one of the ways that you can deal with this as a bonus tip is, let's say that somebody negotiated hard against you and they talked a lot about like, hey, I got to get the best price, is when you get to the end, you let them know, like, I didn't have anything else to give. You got the best price possible. There was nothing left in this deal. If you would have asked me for a penny more, I wouldn't have given it to you. Right? So like, if you're dealing with somebody who's a heavy-handed negotiator, you have to slip in, you got the best freaking deal you could have. There's nothing else to give. If you call me and ask for more money off, I'm going to rip up this deal. Right? I don't have any, I got nothing left to give. Thanks, Uncle G. That's a Grant Cardone line. I've got nothing else to give. I've given you all I got. So be aware that this sales slump can be induced because like you feel ooky. You feel like you got taken advantage of. You feel like, oh man, why me? Why are they playing these games? They were going to do it from the beginning. This is their MO. And it's like me going, hey, there's a palm tree out there, which there is. Hey, it's sunny outside, which it is. Hey, I'm on the North Shore of Oahu, which it is. Instead of just saying, look, I'm going to chalk this up to like the 7 people that are the 8 people that I meet with, and just go, I'm going to let it go. Somebody else can deal with this drama. Somebody else can deal with them. Because like, here's the thing too, is this person who does the retrade at the end, they're not done ever. So you get a year down the road and something happens, they want money back. You get a year down the road and they're not happy, they want a refund. You get a year and a half down the road and somebody says something to them and they get their feeler hurt, they want money back. Like this person can throw you into a sales slump because it makes you feel ooky afterwards. Now here's what you do. You realize like that's that person, that's what they were going to do. That was always the plan. That was always the game plan. And so anytime that somebody was heavy-handed with me in the negotiations, okay, fine. I mean, that's how you want to buy. I don't know. Game on, right? I can accept that. Right? Everybody negotiates a little bit differently. Some are really good, some aren't. But I would absolutely say, hey, listen, you know, if we're not going to do this and you're not going to live up to these terms, let's not do the agreement. Because then later at the end, I could go back and go, hey, we talked about this at the table. Yeah, I said if you weren't going to stick to this and you weren't going to stick to the terms, we weren't going to do it. Well, you know, I got to do the best thing for my business. You know, I got to do the best thing for my family. I'm like, go do it with the other person. Go do it with the other person. Well, I really want to use you. Like, well, you have me and we've got an agreement, right? You have me and you have an agreement. Now you're retrading. Well, you know, I found like, nope, go with them. Go with them. Right? I've did everything I could to help you. And then this is where your brain starts going, I put in time, energy, effort, risk, money, reputation. I look at it as going to Las Vegas and be like, I'll put $500 on red. Every time that you sign an agreement, that's the feeling. I'll put $500 on red. Like you take a gamble, even though the document is done, there's always that chance that they're like, I'm going to back out. I want a better deal. I want to retrade. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.